Kamari Star, aka Lone Star, and we're back with another video. This is a pick a card reading. If you're familiar with the pick a card reading, I'm gonna put this up once again and you can go ahead and go to your timestamp. Group 1 is the Citrine stone, and group 2 is this Seashell that I found directly from the beach. Whichever one's calling to you, that's the one you would go to in the timestamp. This reading is for anyone who is dealing with a loss, dealing with some sort of grieving. It could be internal or physical. It doesn't really have to be either or it could be something like a failure. Maybe you feel like you lost a job or you lost an opportunity. However it resonates for you, because I know everything that's going on, all the emotions. There is a lot of loss and a lot of grievances right now. It's important to pinpoint those and like get in touch with your spirit, body, and mind. And that's what I do as a healer. Of course, I believe in the divine. I believe in, you know, this bigger source that's bigger than us. I just don't fall into the societal belief. How everybody else views it and everybody else feels about it, that's not how I feel about it. I'm just a little bit different. I just can't conform with every single thing. What I connect to is nature, the earth. I'm a starseed, nothing more, nothing less. And I feel like that's important, especially in today's day and age, just to know who you are and what you want, because that's not even one of the first things you're taught when you're born. So that's all I do, is help you get closer to you. You already know the answer, but I help bring it out. Without further ado, I'm gonna get right into the video. Make sure you subscribe and join the vibes. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose this one, it's the Citrine stone, and this attracts abundance and it protects you, and it also empowers you. It's air and fire elements. So if you chose this stone, you're probably feeling a little stuck, but you just need to know which way you should go with things, and there's this way to go or this way to go, or sometimes you just don't know. The first card is going to start off with your overall energy, and I pulled 2 more cards previously to this, and those 2 are your current state. That's how you know if it's dealing with you and what you have going on right now. So I'm going to do this sound bowl just to tune our energy together, and take some deep breaths. Don't be scared. 1 deep breath. Release. That's good. Just sit on whatever you are seeking right now. Just sit on whatever you're seeking right now and let it come to you. I'm just asking the moon and the light, everything. Just asking the moon and the lights, right? Okay, good. Alright. So this is your overall card, and you got move forward, number 23. Okay? And that's your overall message. And then these 2 are your current states. So you got a full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches, and then you got what do you need to release, waning moon. So these are your current states. So you either went through something or are going through something that was very, very intense recently. You could be dealing with the Aries, but you don't have to be. You could also be a fire sign, but there's something that just isn't serving you anymore. It's either internally, like an addiction, or it's more so a person with the Aries energy. So if that applies to you, that's saying like I said, something intense happened, and it's time to just really understand and realize what you need to do, because if you're not on your right path and if you're not pursuing your purpose, that can just affect your everyday life. You know what I mean? You or somebody you're with exploded, basically. If it was you and you feel sorry about it, just apologize. Like, life is way too short to hold grudges and be upset forever. And you know what I mean? Like, grow up. People say grow up all the time, but adults aren't nothing but just big old kids. Like, we can be stubborn. I'm including myself, you know what I mean? It may be time for some space right now. You may need to just get closer to nature, and winter is a good time to just like deal with what you really need to deal with within and heal. That way you can prosper and blossom like the spring. You know, we're really supposed to live by the seasons and move forward. This is talking about, yeah, I feel like I said, it's like a person or a certain situation that's just really not serving you anymore. And you can stay in the same place mentally, physically, but you can't blame anybody else when that's where you always are. People be so upset when they look around and look at their life, but they don't realize that they're putting this onto themselves because they're choosing to hold that grudge. They're choosing to be angry. I really had to sit down and release that emotion. Like, I'm not angry with anybody. I don't despise anybody or even myself, because when you do, that reflects your outer world. Like, this is way bigger than y'all think. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards to kind of give more clarity on your current state. Hopefully this is resonating for you guys. Put a like if it is. Ooh, whoa. So you got a lot of cards. I'm gonna just pull all these cards that you got because I feel like they're meant for you. You got a lot. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back. South node. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Full moon in Leo. We're currently in the waning gibbous in Leo, so that's interesting. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Whew, jeez. Y'all, I don't know. It could be me, it might be y'all. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Okay. So let's put this in order. You got 2 new moons, so that goes coincide with what do you need to release. That's all getting closer to the new moon, which we are. We're currently in the waning gibbous, and you got 2 full moons as well. So I feel like don't let pride get in your way with this full moon in Leo. That's just saying that, like I said earlier, if you feel like you're kind of was being the bad guy in a situation, or there's something that you can do right now to fix your situation, don't let anger and bitterness and all these negative emotions stop you from what you want to obtain in your life. You know what I mean? And that makes a lot of sense with your commitment is being tested, because it's like you can go this way or you can go that way. One way takes you up. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. The other way leaves you in that stuck type of mentality. So it's okay to forgive. It's okay to let go. Definitely don't let your past situations hold you back from what you could create right now in the present. That's what the South Node is all about. Like, what do you need to release? You know, it's all about repeating patterns. It's the opposite from the North Node. And the North Node is like following your dreams and, you know what I mean, figuring out what serves you. I feel like that's what you really want to know. Like, what serves you best on this path is this I feel like it's different for a lot of different people. Like, you're trying to figure out if this situation serves you, like I said, but it's different energy with a lot of you. So I'm sensing a love interest with some of you, but most of you, it's like a big situation that happened. Could be family, could be friends. It doesn't have to be intimate. You're just trying to think on if you need to let it go, if you should fight for it. You know the answer within. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. So y'all pick the Citrine stone, and Citrine is such a powerful stone because it does attract that protection and abundance, and like you have everything within you to create the life that you desire. I think that's the full message. You need to connect to yourself more. Like, that's the main thing that I'm getting. And with the new moon in Gemini, I'm gonna put up a picture of all these cards, but with the new moon in Gemini, communication is key. If that's talking about a love interest for some of you, then just tell the person that you care. Tell them that you've always cared. If you told them you didn't before, like, life is too short for all that back and forth. You know what I mean? If you want somebody and you really feel like they're meant to be in your life, then just let them know. It's okay. And it is up to them, like their reaction and like how they go about it. You can't depend on their like reaction to give you clarity and give you what you need if it's not a good reaction. I'm not sensing that really, but for a lot of you, I think that it's a test. So it's like, are you going to keep going back to the same thing, or are you going to really let that pride go and realize like you have so many climaxes and so many great things coming towards you once you do decide to move forward? But for most of you, I think it's like you're not gonna get it. you need that last lesson to like really get in your head and be like, okay, I do need to release this. Like I don't want to hold on to it anymore. I want to move forward. So just move forward. That's your overall message. So I am going to read a little bit more on that for you guys, so you can see what resonates and like what doesn't. Move forward. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. You are being encouraged to let go and release the skeletons of your past. Constantly shifting back and forth between better or harder times only takes away from today. Being in this state of mind is no different to keeping you locked in a chapter of one book. Although your physical body carries you through to experience each day, your mind lingers and holds on to the past. To enjoy a life of manifestation and fulfilled dreams, your mind, body, and spirit must work together as one. For it is only through working in wholeness that you are able to create a life of your choice. The past is the past. Like, let it go. There's nothing you can do. We're in the present for a reason. Embrace its lessons and be grateful for the memories and adventures it has brought to your life. And your affirmation: I am grateful for my past experiences, good and hard. I embrace the lessons learned and now move forward courageously. In your chakras, you got your base, sacral, and your solar plexus. That's interesting because this stone is actually coincide with your solar plexus and your sacral, I believe, which is your base. And your solar plexus is like how you react when it comes to boundaries. It's how you portray yourself, your ego. And your sacral, your base, that's like your trust, you know, your trauma, past experiences, childhood, your belief, you know, how you react when you're angry. Those things really, really matter in friendships, relationships. So yeah, I think what this is saying is just like, don't keep beating yourself up with whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever it is you got going on, because everything's not your fault. Like, it's okay. Life is life. If you're in a certain state right now and you keep thinking over and over, how did I get here? Because I feel like that's what a lot of you guys keep thinking, like, why, or how. I'm hearing that a lot. So just know that it was meant to be this way. It's all written in the stars. Yeah, there's different alleys you can go. You can change it. You can keep going back to that person. You can keep doing these things that make you unhappy and keep doing these things that make you unhappy. But when that happens, you're going to keep getting the same low energy result. Get my drift? I think it's a lot of different questions and a lot of like, where should I go? But most of you know. So as long as you're going forward, don't overthink your entire life. Like, it's okay. Just don't make the same mistakes. This one is really like sticking out to me. And yeah, just don't make the same mistakes. Really, really think heavy on those lessons and those situations that happen in your life. And you're like, okay, why did this happen right now? Why now? You know what I mean? And if it did change you, just know that all change isn't bad change. The overall message for this whole entire reading is that it's something deeply that is bothering you. It's because this was like one of your first cards. So I pulled this in the beginning and I didn't look at this. So you can't keep blaming yourself for like, oh, why didn't I do more? And you know what I mean? Some people and things are needed elsewhere for bigger reasons than you can even imagine. And sometimes it's even for your best good. maybe, and sometimes it's even for your best interest too, because now you have more power internally. Just make that person proud, you know, don't let them down. Nothing is yet set in stone. If you feel like you're in a very low place right now, low energy, your whole entire life can change tomorrow. It has to start up here though. That's definitely where it starts. And just know that your ancestors do have your back and they are there for you. Like, don't forget about them. It's okay to talk to them, have their pictures up everywhere. It's okay to keep looking at their pictures. You know, those things are powerful and it helps keep their energy closer to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If it did resonate for you, make sure you like the video. I'm sending y'all positivity. I'm sending y'all healing energy. And just know that moving forward will always be more beneficial than staying in the same place. You're divinely protected. Hello, pal number 2. If you chose the Seashell, this is a very authentic piece because I found it directly off the beach and it just made me feel good. Like, I was having such a good time, and then it just looked very interesting. I don't know, like, if you look at the detail, I don't know, it made me feel calm in that moment. So maybe, of course, that's what all of us need with everything going on, but you're really needing that more than others. So I'm going to start by playing with this sound bowl just to get the energy tuned and connected. And this is a great time to think about what you're seeking right now, what you need to hear, what can your ancestors assist you with, because they are there. And that's what this reading is all about, helping you get closer to your mind, body, and spirit. That's what I do. So just take some deep breaths. Let's take a big one right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just think about what can help you right now. Think about what can benefit you, what you need to hear, and whatever situation is going on for you. So we're going to start with your overall message, and then we're going to start off with your current energy. So that's how you know if this reading is for you. So if it's not really matching what you got going on right now, try the first pal. So your overall energy and your overall message is self-worth, okay? And your current energy right now, a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo, and a new start is coming, new moon. You got 2 new moons, wow. So the new moon is on January 2nd. So that's a great time to just release and really get into and focus on what you want to focus on. So with self-worth, that's just indicating that you got it. Whatever you keep thinking about, whatever you really, really want to happen, don't doubt yourself. Just know that you are worthy. You have to believe you are worthy to even be blessed with the gift or blessed with the opportunity, or, you know what I mean? Get raised to a higher frequency, you know? I feel like Spirit just really wants you to know that it's okay to feel like maybe you don't got it, or maybe this isn't for you, or, you know, just doubting what you have going on right now. But if you are doing that, sometimes it's your ego, and that's very loud, and it makes you overthink and kind of like have anxiety and have like racing thoughts versus your intuition, and that's more quiet. And it's like, okay, I know I'm good right now. I know this person is benefiting me, but if it's like internal, you keep thinking about it over and over, you're thinking about it for a reason. So it seems like you're a type of person to overly give to situations, and I think this is just saying you need to give more to yourself with this Virgo energy. Very, very giving, but sometimes y'all give too much. You definitely have to be balanced. So I'm gonna read on this self-worth card for you guys just to get more connected and see what resonates the best. The hardest part of the journey is believing you're worthy of the trip. Do you know just how worthy and amazing and unique you are? You are incredible. You have picked this card. We would like you to also see the amazing soul that is you. You are enough. Step back from trying to justify your existence with all the things you constantly do. Stop comparing yourself. One of the most fundamental questions to ask yourself is, how much do I love myself? You are worthy. It is time to stop walking in the shadow of others. The more you come to see your own value and worth, the more others come to see the qualities within you. Take your place and shine in your prayer. Holy Spirit, fill me with love and help me embrace the light, love, and creative soul that is truly me. You got your base and your sacral. Everybody that picked this reading is dealing with something overwhelming, no matter what, no matter if it is a loss or like you grieving or something like physical you lost, like that's something that's deeply bothering you. It's a deep bother. And pile 1 got their sacral chakra and their base too, and well, not sacral, my bad, they got their base, and that's all about your trust and, like, you know, your background and what you believe, how you react in situations. And if you did gravitate towards this reading and this little seashell right here, it could be something you're overthinking and you're trying to start something new, but you're scared to like take a leap. I feel like that's what I'm sensing. I want to get more clarity on this new start is coming, so just to get more insight on what you got going on right now and how it's gonna play out. So I'm just asking the spirit guides to help us out with a little bit more clarity. Got 2 cards. Nothing is yet set in stone. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, so your life can change in any minute. I think when we get into the grieving cycle or even like overplaying things in our head, we kind of feel like this is the end of the world, of course, but just know that it's not. And if you go within and you really focus on, okay, this is where I am, this is where I want to be, you can get there. Like, you just have to believe. And that's all this is saying, with nothing is yet set in stone. The first group actually got this too, and I think y'all all, like I said, you get into the mind frame of like overthinking your life a little bit. That's okay, because of everything that's going on. A lot of us should, and just think, okay, why is this making me feel this way? What can I do to help the people around me, help myself? Of course, like when you go through grieving, you're not really thinking like, okay, you're just thinking about that person in that moment, because that shows, like, you grieving literally shows how much you loved the situation, like whether it's a person or a thing. So however that resonates to you, y'all definitely have the tools to go within and start your dreams. That's what I'm sensing. Like, there's something that like y'all kind of got stuck with, and it's because of like how you feel about yourself that you're not really moving forward in the situation. You are just stuck. And trust me, it happens. It definitely happens. We get there, but you can't stay there no matter what. It's unfortunate that we lose the best people. I know all too well. Look, when I put this up, y'all had another moon, have faith in your dreams, and that's kind of what it was talking about. Like, you know, it's time to give to yourself. You got water energy and you got earth energy, so let's see what else we get. Get some more clarity with that, with the self-worth, what they're trying to display, what do their ancestors have to say. Let's see. Just give me a little bit more clarity with the self-worth and a new start is coming. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Okay, let me get one more card. That was your first full moon too, and that actually just passed. It was a lot of intense energy, so I don't know if you was thinking about something over and over, but that was the perfect time to be thinking about it. So now is the time to put into action, put into play. Or even if you were acting on it and then something happened, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Wow, a lot of new moons. So of course we all need to release, you know, our toxic habits and things that don't serve us. But with this water energy, it's just indicating that you're okay. Like, you're divinely protected. Your ancestors are around you, and I can sense this with this energy. And like, for those of you who lost something like physical, I think it was due to protect you. I'm not sure if that's like what you want to hear, but if it keeps not happening, it's not meant to be. So I feel like that was a message like specifically for a few people. But with the believe in the impossible, it's like, go back to your dreams. We have these dreams when we're little, and even sometimes when we get older, we keep the same dream, and like sometimes we just let them go for some reason, and that's not what we're meant to do. You're meant to live out your dreams. You're meant to. It's something amazing for you. It's once in a lifetime opportunity for sure. I want to pull another overall message for you guys, because it's a lot of different energy with whatever you guys were asking. Like, I hope it's resonating, but let's see. I just want to pull another overall clarifier for group pile number 2. Balance number 2. Okay, so yeah, it's something that you're trying to do, something you're trying to accomplish, but in order to even be successful with it, you have to be balanced within. So that just starts with, like, you know, like I was saying, thinking about, okay, what do I really want to do? Like, is this going to benefit me? Spend more time in nature. Of course, it's getting colder, so we don't do that as much, but it's so important to get that breath of fresh air and realize, like, okay, it just helps you get closer to spirit, like being with Mother Nature, you know? And sometimes you can get the answers you seek out there. I don't know if you guys have been seeing a lot of numbers. There's a lot of 2s that I'm sensing. I'm sensing 1, 2. Like, if you've been seeing 111, that's a manifesting number, and 222, 7. Like, luck is on your side. So if there's something you keep like bouncing back and forth with, and you're like, okay, I don't know if I should do this, or if this is gonna work out, or it could be something like more positive, like you wanted to travel or something like that, or just change what you got going on right now, and it'll be a big change. If you don't do it, it's not gonna happen again. If it does, it's not gonna happen that same way. We get certain opportunities during certain times for a reason. I'm gonna pull one more card for you guys. It's always good to just get a little extra love, you know? Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Yeah, you thinking about a plan. You're trying to initiate something. You're focused, but you're just dwelling a little bit. And it's okay. We all get in that state. It seems like you've been working hard, but don't lose that. Don't lose that. You got Taurus and Cancer, and those are both of the moon's homes. And that's just indicating that you can have that balance. You can have that prosperity. It's a lot of water and earth energy. So I see like a lot of positive things coming for you guys once you do keep, you know, believing in yourself and understanding that you got it. Sometimes you may feel like, oh, this is attacking me, or oh, this keeps happening to me, why me? And sometimes I do feel like it's other forces trying to stop you. So don't fall for the trap.